Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about my summer beauty essentials, basically covering everything from skincare, hair care, body care, makeup, all that good stuff. I think I'm going to go ahead and break these down by category, that way it's just easier to refer to down below. I'll be sure to link everything for you guys. So starting off with hair care, as many of you guys know, I'm all about the beachy, messy look, whether it's summer, spring, fall, any time of the year. I just don't really like sleek hair on myself. I just prefer the kind of like undone, tousled, beachy look. One of my must-haves for hair care is some sort of texturizing spray, dry shampoo, sea salt spray. Honestly, I kind of use dry shampoos a lot for texture just because my hair really doesn't get oily often. I have been like a dry shampoo user and abuser for years now. The one that I've been using a lot recently is Batiste, and whenever I first tried this like a couple years back, I wasn't really a fan just because I felt like it was too powdery, but now I kind of use the powder to my advantage to just kind of get some like grit and texture in there, just to hold my curl more, just to give more volume at the roots. Plus this one is super affordable. Another great one from the drugstore if you're looking for more of a refresher is the Dove dry shampoo. I really like that one. I do feel like it does a good job of absorbing oil, but it doesn't add like the texture and grit like the Batiste, but you do have to go in sparingly with this one because you can get a white cast real fast. I love this one because it's really easy to find whether you go to Ulta, Walmart, Target, it's pretty much always there. Now for an actual texture spray, if you've been with me for a while, you know I absolutely love the Oribe Dry Texturizing Finishing Spray. It's stupid expensive. I want to say that bottle is like $45 to, it's like right under $50, which is insane for like one bottle of hair care. So I haven't bit the bullet again yet, but I'm going to soon just because I absolutely love that product. I think it's worth the splurge because it lasts forever and just the look it gives my hair is unlike any other product. But one that I've recently been using for the last couple of months, this is from the brand IGK, which I'm pretty sure this is semi-newer to Sephora. This is the Beach Club Texture Spray. They have another sort of texturizing spray in the line that's called Dirty something. Avoid that at all costs. I purchased one of those and it instantly went back, and then I felt bad because they sent me another one, and that one, it just like, it makes your hair too dirty to where I feel like it ends up weighing your hair down. This one adds texture and grit into your hair, but it still keeps it like weightless. Like it doesn't make your hair feel heavy or weigh it down. So I just like to kind of like spritz it in there even at the ends and kind of just push my hair up to give it that volume and just kind of messy look. Plus the smell is really nice. I can't quite put my finger on it. It's like not fruity. I just like inhaled like half that bottle. It's not like fruity or cakey. It's like very clean, not quite as like masculine smelling as like the Oribe or Chi, but it's like a beachy, manly, feminine. I don't know how to describe it. It smells really good though. I love it. Plus the packaging is adorable. This just looks cute on your bathroom vanity. I do have one more hair care product in here. One of my favorite texturizing sprays from Target. This is from the brand Umberto Beverly Hills. This is just their dry texture spray. They have a pretty extensive line at Target. I got mine on sale for like $6 to $7. I think it's regularly $10, but this performs just as well as many of my other dry texturizing sprays. For instance, the Bumble and Bumble Dry Spun. It reminds me a lot of that. This one is slightly stickier, but it still gives that really pretty tousled, undone look. So if you're looking for something more in the drugstore price range, I know the Not Your Mother's line makes one as well, but I found that one to be just, I don't know, it didn't hold my hair as well as that one, so I would rather spend like the $1 to $50 more and invest in that one there. Now moving on to skincare, obviously all year round, not just summer, SPF is crucial. These two have been my go-tos lately. I recently just finished the Shiseido one. I'm pretty sure that one came in a teal bottle. I have that one somewhere around here. I smell something burning. I'm like, is my laptop catching on fire? Is my husband cooking? Like something smells really weird. But anyways, back to these. As I mentioned, both of these are great, but if I had to pick one, I really like the way that the Korres one feels on my skin. It just feels a little bit less, not greasy, maybe just a little bit more lightweight. This is the Sun Care Yogurt Nourishing Fluid Veil Face Sunscreen, SPF 30. The only thing is the IT Cosmetics one does have a higher SPF, but I notice whenever I use this one, I normally do use the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, which that does have 50 SPF, so it makes me feel a little bit better. I mean, honestly, some SPF is better than no SPF. I just really like the way that this one feels on my skin, but if you can't find this one around you, the IT Cosmetics one is great as well. This one does have, like the actual product has a subtle tint, but I don't really notice the tint on my face. I mean, it's really, really light. If anything, it might kind of like slightly even out some sort of like discoloration, but it's not like a coverage or anything like a BB cream. But both of these are pretty lightweight and they're made for your face, so definitely be wearing your SPF, not just summer, all year round. Now, speaking of SPF, if you're someone who didn't wear it and you ended up with a burn, these two products are incredible. I highly, highly recommend them. This is another one from the Korres After Sun Sunline. This is the Greek Yogurt Cooling Gel for face and body. This is our second bottle and I keep it in the fridge. Even if you don't have like a terrible burn, but you just feel like, you know, sometimes your skin won't even look pink, but you just feel like you're sunburned. This stuff is so refreshing. It's still nice even out of the fridge, but if you get it, put it in the fridge. I mean, I feel like growing up, my mom always kept aloe vera in the fridge. Plus, I think this just recommended putting it in the fridge. This is so like hydrating. It just makes your burn feel better. It's refreshing. I love it. It's so good. You can find Korres at, I know definitely Sephora. I'm trying to think if this one is in Ulta or not. I'm not sure. Like I said though, I will have the products listed down below. Now, if you really can't handle any type of like gel lotion type of feeling and you want something a little bit lighter, this is from the brand Herbivore. This is the After Sun Skin Soothing Aloe Mist. It says aloe. I want to see, is there peppermint in here? There's lavender. Oh, there's spearmint, because I was like, I know this smells minty. As you can see, this just comes out as a really fine mist. It definitely is less messy than the lotion. I definitely want to try out more from this line though. I can't lie, the packaging sold me instantly, but I know they make like bath salts. I think there's like a cleanser or a rose toner. If you guys have any recommendations from the brand, definitely let me know down below because I'm all for trying out new skincare. Speaking of new skincare, this is a newer one in my collection. In fact, I just received this maybe like a week and a half ago. I did a post on my Instagram. Milk Makeup recently released their matcha line. It came with the matcha cleanser and they also sent over this hydrating oil, which has been like a game changer. If you have like crusty heels or like your ankles get like really dry from self-tanner, I slather this all over my feet at night and they have been getting so much better. They're still a little bit crusty. I know that's so gross, but from wearing sandals all the time, like my heels just get dry and this has been a lifesaver. Plus you don't have to touch anything, which is nice. You just kind of like roll it on. It's like a giant lip balm, but that's not the star of the show. This is. I've been testing the matcha cleanser as well, but this is definitely the standout product. This is the matcha toner. Once again, super easy to use since it's just in a stick formula. There are ingredients in this that kind of like keep the bacteria away. I know a lot of people when they saw this product get released, they were like, ew, that doesn't seem sanitary. I forget what it is, but there's something that kind of just keeps the bacteria away from this. Just like the cooling gel, this instantly gives you this really nice cooling, like wet feeling. It's a toner, but it's great for all skin types because it's not one of those toners that completely strips your skin and dries it out and makes it feel like tight. I like it though because it stays not like wet or sticky, but you can just feel like this moisture barrier on your skin. It's super travel friendly and easy to apply. So if you're someone who's really lazy with your skincare and you don't like doing all the steps, I mean, honestly, you don't even have to get a cotton pad. It's like unscrew it, scrub it all over your face, and then you're done. You're good to go. Now, if you're like me and you have multiple steps in your skincare regimen and you're on the market for a new exfoliator, this one I cannot say enough about. I did a giveaway with SoCo Glam on my Instagram a while ago, and this was actually featured in their clog box. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, K-L-O-G. This is from the brand Neogen. I don't know how much of the line they carry on Sephora, but I know this actual product is available on Sephora. They had sent me a trial box that had about 10 of these packets. As soon as I finished those, I placed an order for them because I love them that much. These are the Neogen Bio Peel Advanced Treatment Gauze Peeling Lemon Pads. You get 30 in here. This retails for $27. So inside you just have these pre-soaked pads. One side is like a smoother kind of textured gauze and the other side is a like textured rough gauze to really exfoliate. But I love this because it's a chemical exfoliant, but it's gentle enough to use on all skin types. There's vitamin C, lemon, papaya, and I think orange extract, as well as glycolic and lactic acid. If you're someone who wears like heavy foundation on the daily and you're just noticing like dry skin or just like patches that just don't look very even, this stuff is a game changer. I'm sad though because I haven't been able to use this for about 2 weeks now. If you guys caught one of my previous videos, I mentioned how my skin's been incredibly sensitive lately. I finally got it back to normal, so I'm excited to put these back into my routine because I feel like my face, like the texture just around my mouth and this patch that I get on my forehead has kind of come back a little. Just after using these for like 1 to 2 days, I noticed a huge difference in the texture of my skin. You just get this really glowy, even fresh face look. I love them. And for $27, I feel like there's lots of other higher end chemical pads on Sephora, but these ones, ew. I have like eyeliner stuck under my nail. Gross. That looks dirty. I just thought these were a great price. Plus, I love them. I think that's pretty much all that I have, just kidding, for skincare. I also have this. This is the new tanner from Tarte. It's called Glow with a Faux Foaming Self Tanner. My friend Laura was raving about this and actually gave me this bottle. And she's someone who like struggled with self tanner back in the day. She'd end up with like brown elbows or ankles. And I'm like, Laura, you have to exfoliate. You have to like create a nice moisture barrier on those areas. She was using this and had like the most gorgeous tan. So I was like, what are you using? Luckily, she shared the wealth with me and gave me a bottle. And I have to say, I've been loving this. This has the most intense color guard of like any self tanner I ever used. It doesn't give you like as dark results as if you're used to using the like ultra dark from Loving Tan, but if you're looking for a more like natural tan that fades evenly, has a great color guard so you're not missing any spots, and has 0 scent, this is the one. Loving Tan I thought was kind of more unscented compared to the other self tanners I used, but this one I feel like is like completely unscented. You don't get that weird self tanner. I left this on for a good 24 hours before I did the first rinse just because I wanted like the full color. This is going in several days now, but I only did one thin layer because I was trying to be careful because I didn't want to come back with like bumpies all over my skin. So this one I've been loving. I think this is definitely going to be a new favorite for me all summer. So yeah, if you're looking for something that's definitely more natural and more of a foolproof self tanner, I would highly recommend checking out this one from Tarte. Now moving on to makeup, some of my favorite foundations to use in the summer, NARS Sheer Glow. I think I did a top 10 foundations, and this is just my holy grail foundation. Whether it's cold and dry out or super like hot, muggy, humid, NARS Sheer Glow, it never fails me. It's absolutely incredible. I love the coverage. I love the way it looks on the skin. It's more of like a medium buildable foundation, but just the way it applies, if you're fans of like the Giorgio Armani, like just the way that just looks very skin-like but still gives you coverage, I feel like NARS Sheer Glow is like that. The consistency is a little bit different, but if I had to pick one of the two, I love NARS Sheer Glow. That's like my second bottle. I don't think I'll ever stop using that foundation. Another foundation that's definitely going to be on rotation this summer, the Ordinary, just Colors, right? Yeah, Colors Serum Foundation. I did an entire video reviewing and demoing this foundation. If you're looking for a lightweight, medium buildable coverage, like completely weightless foundation, this is the one for you. It's incredible. The only thing is I think there's a pretty long wait list. In fact, I haven't checked the website lately, so I shouldn't say that, but I know like last week or maybe like a week and a half ago, there was still a pretty long wait list for the product, but it's well worth it. Plus it's like $7. You can't beat that. It's so good. Speaking of foundations and self tanners, I never apply self tanner to my face just because I get nervous. Like, plus sometimes, you know, when you apply self tanner on your legs and it kind of like gets into the pores, I don't want that look on my face. So sometimes to kind of even things out, I notice like my neck gets really patchy and kind of loses the self tanner quickly just from my skincare because I drag everything down. Whenever I'm wanting more of like an even look from my chest all the way up to my neck, this from Pure, this is the Bronze Your Selfie. It's just the skin perfecting face and body liquid bronzer. I have used this on my face before too, but I really just like to apply it on my neck, and then I'll just go in with kind of like a slightly darker foundation, but it just comes out like a gel like this, and you rub it in, and as you can see, it shears out, but you still have a nice bronzy glow. I love applying this on my neck, and then I'll just set it with a little bit of powder or bronzer, and it just kind of gives me like an even color throughout rather than having like a white neck, a tan face, and then a tan chest. Plus it's super easy to apply. This would look gorgeous like all over your chest, your legs, even like if you're wearing a dress and going to a party, this would be awesome. I haven't had any issues with it like sweating off or transfer. Now, living in Texas, the summers get brutal. It's like super hot, super humid, so I don't really like having powder on my face. In the summer, I really like to stick to like liquids and creams. First up, some of my favorite cream or liquid blushes. These are the new liquid blushes from NARS. Two of my favorite shades are Luster and Torrid. If you guys caught my May favorites, right? Yeah, because it's two now. My May favorites, I have been on this like orange coral kick, and both of these just feed that addiction. These products are amazing. You need the tiniest bit, and it almost looks more like a liquid type of stain on your cheek. So it comes in a pump like this. You just want to give it a good shake. I'm just going to apply the tiniest, that ended up being a lot, but look how far this goes. I mean, if you just go in with a teeny tiny bit and you can blend it in with your fingers, stippling brush, a beauty blender, honestly anything, this is blush that's gonna stay like locked and loaded on your face all day. So if you have those cheeks where you know they just like somehow eat product throughout the day and you're like, where did my blush go? Definitely try these out. Now, sticking with kind of like creams and liquids, these two are my go-to for bronzers in the summer, just because as I mentioned, I don't like lots of powders on my face. Plus, I just feel like the creams and liquids just tend to look a little bit more natural. This is incredibly affordable. I know some of you guys have told me these aren't sold in store anymore, but I believe you can find it on Walmart site. If not, that's gonna stink. But I swear I saw it on Walmart recently. This is from Maybelline. It's the Dream Bronze BB. I have mine in the shade 20, medium deep bronze. I'm not gonna talk about this too much because I've seriously mentioned it in like at least 1,200 videos on my channel, but basically it's a bomb.com liquid bronzer. Another favorite, this is the MAC Quick Trick Stick in a latte sheen and semi-sweet. One side is more of like a shimmery kind of, what would I call that? Like rose gold bronze. So pretty on its own or layered with something on top. And then this side, I use this to contour my face, just the perimeter of my face. It is so easy to blend out. Sometimes cream contours can be a little bit intimidating because I feel like you apply it and then you're sitting here trying to blend it out and you're just like left with this brown streak on your face. These have a really nice, like, not greasy, but just the texture of them, as you can see, they blend out nicely. Now, moving on to my favorite highlighters, I have two. I wanted to recommend a kind of high-end one and then a drugstore one. For the high-end, this is the Marc Jacobs Do Me, right? Do You Dewdrops Coconut Gel Highlighter. I believe this is limited edition, but when I checked Sephora recently, it was still on there. This is just a liquid illuminator. If you have been with me for a while, you know Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in the liquid form in Opal is like my jam. This is a very close favorite, if not beating that one, because this one has such a gorgeous, like, light gold sheen. You can apply this on your décolleté, on your face, on your shoulders. It is such a stunning highlight, especially if you like want to double layer and go on top with a powder highlighter. I've been wearing this with the Maybelline Master Chrome. Hands down, best drugstore highlighter ever. This is in Molten Gold, I believe. I'll apply this and then I don't have a highlighter brush here right now, so I'm just gonna dip my finger in it and just show you guys. Like if you have this and then you pat this powder on top, obviously like when it's on your face, it looks different because you're gonna do it with a brush, but look at that. The color payoff is stunning. It's the perfect shade of gold, at least if you like gold highlighters. I know some people prefer like pearls and pinks, but for me, on my skin tone, I love gold. So those have been some of my favorites. Now, if you're looking for a more affordable liquid highlighter from the drugstore, the Maybelline, what are you called? Master Strobing Liquid. They do have 3 shades. There's this one, there's like an opal, kind of like a pinky, and then a bronze shade. This is the lightest color, and this is more of like an opally, pearly type of highlighter. But look at that. I want to say this is maybe around $6 to $7, and I mean the color is beautiful. My favorite way to apply these type of highlighters is I'll just do like a small dollop like I just did on the back of my hand, kind of spread it out a bit, go in with a beauty blender, tap it up, and just kind of bounce it onto my face, and you just have some pop and highlight. So any of those highlighters, you honestly can't go wrong. Okay, and then the very final kind of summer essentials, I wanted to mention the lip combo that I'm currently wearing. I feel like this lip color looks so good whether you have eyeshadow or no eyeshadow on. A lot of times during the summer, I will go for just like brows, highlighter, bronzer, lashes, and then like a bold lip. I just love that look. I think it's very like bronzy and beachy, just very nice. The combo that I have on right now, I lined and filled my lips with the Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in number, I think 17C. This is just a super pretty bright matte orange. You could just leave it like that, but I wanted to amp it up even more. So on top of that, I applied the Milani lipstick in 66 Matte Passion. This is definitely more of like a corally red, whereas 17C is more of like a true bright orange. Honestly, this reminds me of a lipstick form of OPI Cajun Shrimp. That's like pretty much exactly what it looks like. So you can leave it matte like that, or if you're like me and you just want a little bit of a gloss, I will go in with the Colourpop Glossy Lip in Tokyo Tea. I don't apply this all over. I'll like scrape off the excess and kind of just tap it on my lips and then purse my lips together, and you just have this really pretty bright coral look. I just love this color combo. I don't know why. I mean, even my nails, everything about this shade, I've just been my freaking hair tie. Like, who am I with this orange? But I just love it. So yeah, if you guys were curious, there is the magic lip combo. But yeah, that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to comment down below with some of your summer beauty essentials. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.